Thank you so
To your
much.
company, Caden Teaches. That's for you.
12-year-old CEO Caden Harris.
12-year-old Caden Harris. Kid entrepreneur Caden Harris.
Caden has already reached 50,000 young people with his message.
This is the bus that Caden travels in to different schools or organizations, teaching financial literacy skills.
Caden's bus includes 3 essentials: a mock bank so kids can learn how to earn.
On today's show, we are joined by Caden Harris and his parents.
Today, Urbana Middle School welcomed 13-year-old Caden Harris to teach students about financial literacy.
Youth financial educator Caden Harris.
And remember, if Caden can, if Caden can,
You can too.
Hey guys, it's your buddy Caden. Come along with me today for a pitch competition at the Rice Center in partnership with the Atlanta Hawks and Pays. With that being said, let's not waste any time and let's dive right into this pitch. My name is Caden, and one of the biggest things going on right now is that a lot of kids and a lot of students graduate high school without even knowing the basics about financial literacy. That is one of the biggest ongoing problems, and it's not just something that started recently or just started with my generation. It's an ongoing issue, something that's been happening generation after generation after generation. Kids graduating high school without even knowing the basics about financial literacy. So that made me think deeper. What's causing this problem? One of the biggest things that's causing this problem is, sorry, my slides are all over the place, but one of the biggest things that's causing this problem is financial literacy not being taught in schools. That's one of the biggest issues, is that we don't learn about financial literacy at an early age, because the earlier you learn about financial literacy, the better you'll be at it, the more you'll understand it. And when it is taught in schools, it's not taught consistently. You may just have a one-off class where you just learn a little bit about it, and then you kind of just throw it to the side and it goes in one ear and right out the other. So that made me think there has to be a solution to this problem. So the solution I found is creating financial literacy short films. These are short films that will be dedicated to teaching kids about financial literacy, because as you know, teens love their phones, they love watching videos, love scrolling on Instagram. So why not put things in front of them that are actually helpful, that are actually informative? So with these stories, they'll teach them things like how to earn, how to save, how to budget, how to invest. It'll teach them the difference between credit and debit and how to manage this. Because a lot of the times when kids do, or a lot of the times when teens get out of school and they're throwing credit cards in their face, a lot of the times they just end up maxing out those credit cards and thinking that they have infinite money until the end of the month, when they end up having to pay off that credit card. They see that they have a lot of debt left, and that they see they have interest that they have to pay on it, and they're lost not knowing what to do. So what I'm asking for you is $5,000. This will allow me to get better equipment and production. This will allow me to have better lighting, better camera equipment, better tripods, so many different things. It'll also help me with my post-production for better editing software. Things like, there's many different options: DaVinci Resolve, Adobe Premiere Pro, Final Cut Pro, a lot of different options. And it will also allow me to put these films into different film festivals, because most film festivals aren't free, and you do have to pay just for the chance to be able to have your film shown, not even a 100% guarantee. So this will truly help, and I know that these films will be able to help teens, because just think about the excitement you got when you were in school and you would see your teacher pushing the TV and you knew that you were gonna watch a film or something about the topic that you were learning. So with that being said, are there any questions from the judges?
What does adoption look like? Do you have any area school relationships that you've built? Where are these films being seen?
Yes. So I've spoken to for many different schools. I actually own my own business. I'm the CEO of my company, Caden Teaches, where I teach kids about financial literacy. And I've been a keynote speaker where I've come into many schools all over the U.S. I recently just came back from speaking in a school in California. So there's a lot of different schools all over the U.S. that I do have connects with.
Are you the talking head in the videos?
Yes.
Are you?
For some of them I would be, and for some there would be different scenarios that would be played out.
What's your biggest project to date?
My biggest project is my series Road to the Mic. So one of my films, Road to the Mic Fox Theater, has been shown in a film festival, and I won an award with that. So that's one of my biggest series where it shows the lead up to me speaking. So it's kind of like a mini documentary, and it shows everything that goes into me speaking. So I've done Road to the Mic Fox Theater, which was the one in the film festival, Road to the Mic Georgia, Road to the Mic California, Road to the Mic Virginia.
One quick question.
Yes.
What's the revenue model? Who's buying and how are we getting money into the business?
So with this, there would be different options. One is through film festivals, as a lot of film festivals do pay out a lot. The film festival I was in, I unfortunately didn't win it, but the prize for that was $5,000. And another big option is putting it into schools and them paying for the films to be into their schools as a learning way.
Thank you.
Welcome. Are there any other questions?
Right now, do you post on YouTube?
I do currently post on YouTube. I'm looking to get monetized with that. So I have the subscriber amount for that. I'm just looking to reach the watch time hours. So that's where the marketing comes in from doing things like Facebook ads, Instagram ads, YouTube ads, because the biggest thing right now is just getting the watch time hours.
How are you remaining connected to the topics? Who's making sure that you have the most relevant knowledge right now in financial literacy?
I have many different sources that I use, and from having great mentors and having people around me that are helping me out and that are showing me different things along this journey. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for the Hawks for this opportunity, and thank you for the Rice Center for making this happen. So after everyone pitched and before they announced the winner, the judges gave everyone some advice.
Voice your age. You stood up there, you were confident, you looked us in the eyes, you spoke slowly, articulately. That to me was a very polished, professional presentation. So that to me was amazing.
Thank you so much.
What I'd like to see is you're doing a bunch of little things, looking at a bunch of different places. You're helping out kids in schools. You're going to film festivals. Don't spread yourself so thin that you start to not be able to deliver effectively on everything that you want to deliver on. Maybe that's focus a little bit more yourself. Maybe that's grow your team so that you have additional people who can help you in different areas.
Okay.
I think you're on a great path.
Thank you so much.
Cool.
Well, guys, I had a great time at the pitch competition. Unfortunately, I didn't win, but the 3 things that I did learn from this pitch competition is to make sure that you're watching your time. Even if you don't know the time beforehand, you should still be able to condense or extend the time depending on what the time restraints are looking like, because you should know this topic good enough. The second thing is making sure that you have a good, strong intro that blows the judges away immediately, because your intro is pretty much everything. How you start is how the rest of the pitch goes. And the third thing is that even if you may not win the ultimate prize, there may still be some investors in the room that do want to invest in you individually. So that's definitely one thing to keep a lookout for in pitch competitions.
You got a good presence.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for all the great feedback.
Of course. Anything I can do to help, sharing my wisdom. I got a lot of gray hairs, but you've got a good idea.
Thank you.
How do you do all this and everything else that you do in life?
Well, it's actually a lot easier to manage than you may think. I do have a lot of free time because I graduated high school when I was 13 years old. So it gives me a lot of the freedom to be able to do more things because I still get more freedom than most kids my age, even though I do still do a lot.
Okay. Because I was wondering, my son's a junior in high school, and he goes to school and he gets off at 2:30, and then he only has so much time before it's like dinner and homework. But you finish out at 13?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So this is your full-time job?
Yep, this is what I have, Mr. Leonard.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Great, how are you?
Great, man. Great presentation up there, too. You did excellent.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
I was wondering if you had any other feedback about what I could do better.
Well, they were telling me you have a bus.
Yeah.
I was like, man, you got to tell that story, man. Like, that's powerful. That's what they're telling me upstairs in the deliberation room. So I was like, man, tell that story. But let's find some time to connect, one-on-one, because I'm about to actually, I got to head to a birthday dinner.
Okay.
But that's my number.
Okay.
And so I think after that, we'll find some time to connect, and hopefully I can give you some good feedback on that, man. So good to meet you, man.
Great to meet you, Mr.
I appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, you did a great job. I'm so excited for all the work that you're doing, and I think that there's even a really cool basketball component to what you do, like playbooks, financial playbooks. Could be just something that's really applicable to what we do with youth. And I 1000% agree. If I had some of the knowledge, probably a quarter of the knowledge that you do coming out of even college, I wouldn't have battled some of the right out of college debt, because I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Like, where did all this debt come from? What is all this?
Yeah.
So
it's one of the biggest things I hear.
Yeah, and but you're right. There's a complete miss. You might take one class, your junior, senior year, that's an elective, but it's like, those were kind of like, oh, it's a cakewalk class, or oh, whatever. But this is really impactful. So, just excited. You're just getting started. So I'm really, truly excited to see where this leads for you.
Well, guys, you see what I'm saying, and my pitch is true. As she said, that she was just thrown into adulthood. She didn't learn about financial literacy when she was in school, except for just some one-off classes. So you see that she was confirming what I said, and my pitch is true. But guys, I was able to make some great connections out of this. Some connections with people at the Atlanta Hawks, with Pays. So there's definitely some big things that are gonna come from this. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this week's vlog, and I can't wait to see you guys next week. And remember, if Caden can, you can too.
You can't stop this. And now I live it. Ain't it a gift to know it's God given? I'm not gonna wait.